And like we said earlier on, we're bringing in a guest today. Once again, my name is Emily Tremi, and I'm the co-host for the Morning Rush on this special edition. Um, um, I'm your host for today, and I'll be here with Kenzie. We're going to be running this together, and I welcome you once again. Yesterday, the 27th of February 2025, we did hear that President John Mahama gave the State of the Nation address. And to help us break down the key points and to share his expert analysis, we have a special guest in the studio here today. And please join me welcome Dr. Jamal Mohammed. He's an economist and a senior lecturer at the Koforidua Technical University. Dr. Jamal, it's a pleasure to have you with us in the studio this morning.
Good morning, Emily. Good morning, the teaching faculty. A very good morning to the manager of KTU. Good morning to administrative staff, and good morning to all workers who work in corporate or technical university. I think together we have built a very formidable force in terms of work output.
Jamal Mohammed, and he's our guest this morning. We won't be taking much of his address. And I believe that you are one of the persons who listened keenly to that address. And I would like for you to share with us this morning, what was your overall impression of the president's address, and did you feel adequately that it addressed the country's pressing issues?
Yes, so let me address it to the nation. The father of nation, in all cases, would want to speak to the inhabitants, at the same time citizenry, with respect to where we are from, where we are now, and where we are going. So it is something called a three-tier approaches to dealing with governance issues. And so this will better serve the needs of the people. And so for me, these three things are okay. And in summing them up, I would say that these key elements were met. And so we're looking forward to having a very good future. In adding to that, where we come from, as if you look at how he alluded, there are certain things you want to speak to people. They should be set concrete enough that people will feel that whatever that you are telling them, it actually grants them the opportunity to understand the issue that you are dealing with. And so there was data that was given with respect to the death levels of this country, where Ghana was, how Ghana sank to, and what came to us, how we came from those times. We have had always that, let's say, MPP and DC, things that have normal happened. But normally, once that's aside, once governance or the rules of governance change power, these are some of the things that you see. But if you look at some of the salient things, for example, he talked about, we could talk about accumulated debt in the oil sector. We can talk about the energy sector. We can talk about the cocoa sector. We can talk about the road sector. We can talk about infrastructure sector. Then we can talk about the agriculture sector. Holistically, you could see that he cataloged most of these things with respect to the levels of debt that we have and how we could not be able to come up from those debts and what led us to go into retirement. So this is very important. And then again, where we have, that is in the interim, what is happening, as he said, having taken over power within this period of just 2 months, there were certain measures that were taken, and that is very critical. You see, when you're dealing with the governance issues, there are certain facets of governance that you don't have to joke with. You won't say that I will have to wait till I am fully prepared or fully satisfied before I go ahead to do certain livelihood issues that are supposed to inure to the benefit of the people. So you definitely will want to ensure that certain critical steps are taken, and these steps are indeed supposed to be the ones that will pivotal the growth of those things. And so he talked about the fact that they needed to pay some 6 billion cities DDE. You know, if you remember the head CASA we had. And sometimes these are maturing debts that the nation have to grapple themselves with and confront themselves with, which is very important. And if you look at the DDE, for example, they affect us. For example, as a union leader here, I have to have the issue to deal with my council, try to push the council to understand the fact that our Provident Fund was in a disarray where we finally have to have the SIC, FLS could not pay us that money. And so if government was going to take steps to say that, okay, it was going to pay that as one of the interim, we also had many people died because their lifetime savings had gone. And so it was one pinnacle that could have a double dagger way of dealing with the economy. For example, when people were paid money, they also expand their money. Sellers who buy goods and who buy goods and services to also sell. Those who are farmers who give them the value chain. So this money could do a lot to the economy. And so 6 billion was such an amount of money that is so good from a start to be able to have the economy in terms of the meltdown we have and the heat we have in the economy will have cooled down. Now going forward, if you listen to him, he talked about the fact that there were certain key issues, and I want to deal with those in the education sector first. For example, there were certain very key issues which have to do with one, free SHS, and I think he boldly stated that he wasn't going to cancel free SHS. I have been a beneficiary of not free SHS, but some level of subvention from the northern part of the country, where